live. I think I am. Just checking Twitch. Come on, Twitch. Yep, everything good on Twitch. And hi. Yes, how's everyone doing? Welcome back. We are working on text-to-speech today. Actually, we are working on paddle. We still have to figure out that thing that tripped me up 2 days ago, which I've been thinking about, and I think I have an idea. I think I know how to circumvent the issue that we are currently having. But first, promotions. We have to promote our stuff. So just give me 2 minutes to send a couple of tweets. And I don't need this open. What else? Okay. Today I'm working on my Laravel cashier. No, not my. On Laravel cashier with paddle for the text to speech project. And put a link on. Where's the chat? Okay. Here is the chat. No? Okay. TV, my channel. Now copy this and take it over to, well, just post this. Let's go to Twitter as well. Put it there. Look at the little word. So post and Discord. And check. And put it here and publish. Here we go. Just give me 1 second. So there's someone at the door. I'll be right back. I have returned. Okay, so promotions, check. You can go away. Thank you very much. And let's open. Let's open our project real quick. Just to recap where we were last time. Not there, but that's because I probably saved with errors. Where's the error? It's in a view. Pages create ad. Yeah, this thing. It's not good. In fact, I'm gonna take this back because I The solution that I have in mind does not include a submit action. We're going to use a paddle button like this, but not here. So let me just walk back what I did here and just leave it as filament button for now. Hopefully that will solve the problem. Oh, I don't have a Vite server running. Boop. There you go. So to recap, the issue that I'm having right now is Paddle works a bit differently from cache. Sorry, yeah, Paddle works a bit differently from what was the other one? Stripe, because with Paddle, first you have to create like a checkout session, and then pass that checkout session into the button or the xpaddle button component that is provided to us, because they use their own JavaScript library to take you to the overlay, to the checkout overlay from Paddle. And that's the thing that I am thinking about how to do, because I have to do that and then render that blade component. If the show submit action function of the form would have let me use a callback function, it would have been a lot easier, but that's not going to be the case. So what I'm thinking is, instead of using the submit action, the render submit action or render submit button in the form, I'm going to use a placeholder. It's not, the button is not going to show up in the same place in the corner here, but at least we will have a button rendered from a blade component that is provided to us to render the paddles checkout button as a placeholder. And then inside that function, I will have access to the array of times I would be able to create the checkout session and then pass that into the view so that we can render everything correctly. So that's my idea. I just thought about it. I don't know if it's going to work. This here, registration, service, date, 1, 2, 3. Then review. And then next. Now this part is where I need to change this. We're not going to have this proceed to checkout. I'm probably going to have like a button right below this total, and it's going to say checkout. We're going to see how it looks. I still have to figure out when am I going to create the actual ad. Because as soon as I click that button, I'm going to go into Paddles overlay. And then Paddles overlay, once the checkout is complete, is going to redirect us back to another page. And ideally, that's the page where I should create everything. Problem is, I no longer have the data from the form to create the ad. So what I'm thinking is, either I try to serialize the form data into the webhook. I think there is a way to send data to the Paddles webhook so that when it calls back with all the data that I need from the form, maybe. If not, I'm going to have to create the record preemptly. And then if the transaction is complete, I just update maybe a field or something. I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. I just want to see the button first. So yeah, let's get rid of this submit action for now. And let's keep working. I don't want to fill the form all over again when I make this change. So let's try and render the button first. I'm gonna need a view, probably. So just like this partials total purchase, just like this partial view for total purchase, let's create another one, which will be for the button. So PHP artisan make view partials. How do we call this? Checkout button. Let's open that. I misspell it. Missed the C in the name. One sec. Sources, views. Where are you? All right. So in here, I'm going to render the paddle button. Let me go grab the code for it real quick from the documentation. You know, it's kind of annoying that I have to switch tabs and this, so I'm going to open a Chrome window instead, just for the project. So TTS ads create. And then on Arc, I will keep all the documentation. Let's take this and put it in here. Now we just need this checkout variable passed into the view by the placeholder input. Just give me a second. Okay, here we go. Save this and let's change this to proceed to checkout. Now going back to the component, I'm going to create a new placeholder, just like this one. And let's call it checkout, hidden label. And then the content, we're going to use get. And let's remove all of this except the total because we're going to need that. Are we going to need that? Not really. Server time slots is the one that I need. I need the array so that I know, sorry, so that I know how many items or how many products from Paddle I'm selling, which will be the number of items in the time slots array. Now for the HTML. Partials, checkout button. Now I do need to make sure that I don't create a checkout session until I have an array of time slots. Is this going to be a problem if I go back and forth? I don't think it will. You know, one thing I haven't figured out or I haven't thought about is how often, well, this is Livewire. How often does this content function executes? My guess, it's because this is Livewire. Every time you update a field, this will run because that will trigger a Livewire round trip. So I'm guessing every time you update, for example, the time slots field or the radio station, every time you update something, this will get executed. So that means that I do need to be careful not to recreate the checkout session every single time. Only if the time slots changes or if I have a value for it. I'm worried. I'm worrying too much about things that I do not know. So I'll just try and get with it. Try to get it working, and then I'll figure out all the details later. I do need to check though if time slots. Otherwise, there is no need to create the checkout session. So let's say checkout, just like the example. So selling products. Single charges. I think this is the one. Yep, here we go. Now this example is extracting the user out of the request. I think I don't have a request in this case, so I'll use the auth facade. So I just need auth user. And here we can call checkout. I'm going to need the product description. For that, we have to go to Paddle. Sandbox. Copy ID, that's convenient. So this will be an array. The key is the product ID. And here we need to pass the amount. So let's just do count time slots. I think that's a collection, right? No, that's an array, not a collection. I hope so. Yeah, it's an array. If not, I'm going to find out really, really soon. So that'll be the number of time slots for this product, which has only one price. That'll be the default price. All right. I think I should also just return the partial if we have time slots. Otherwise, what? We just return nothing? Yeah. Here we need checkout. Okay. My only concern is that every time I select a new time slot, this is going to execute. So I don't know if by creating several checkout sessions, well, it's going to override it anyway, right? Just do it. Don't worry about it. Just get the error first, if any. All right. Save that. Let's see if there is any errors. Not yet. All right. Service. Test. Radio station. Service. Date. And 1 and a 2. Let's say 2. Next. That's a review, 24 bucks. And next. Nothing. Crap. Okay. Why? Unless that is actually a collection, so this will, no, hold on. That is kind of weird. Hmm. What happens if I do that? Ooh, okay. So now it's trying to execute that part, but this is null. So I just need to, let's try and go to the checkout button, blade. And let's do if checkout And if, and just for testing, I'm going to put a span here saying select time slots first. Okay. Hmm. Oh wait, there is, the button is there, it's just not styled at all. Okay. I wonder if it was there before and I didn't see it. Yeah, let's back up a little. I think it was there and I just didn't see it. Also, let's add some classes to this because I want to see the freaking button. I'm going to go copy all of the classes from Breeze's default button. It should be in components, primary button here. Okay, I can do this. What was the command for pasting from the registry? So it will be shift, double quotes, 0p. There you go. This is okay. I still have to. Okay, yeah. Let's do. I remember for the total purchase. Yeah, let's do this. Flex item center justify center. So that it will be centered on the form and just below the total. We should add some margin at the top too. We'll see. Maybe the button already has it. Just to be safe, margin top 6. Then go to create add and let's undo what it did here. Put this back in here. And test again. Not you. Here we go. Need to hide that date input at some point. Or just remember that. Okay. Now the question, will this work? It didn't. Dang it. I honestly don't know why it's not doing anything. There is a price ID, there is the quantity. I wonder if I have to have this shared for it to work. Hmm. Yeah, that's the only thing. The only thing I can think of is that I have to have this shared live. What do you? Hi, Matthew. How you doing? Sorry. What do you think about Mary UI? And thank you for calling me, sir. Is it good? Mary UI is good. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that I know this is petty and somehow nitpicky, but it's too chunky for me. Like too I don't know what else to call it. It's too chunky. Like all of the controls have a lot of padding and a lot of space within them. But it's a good library to if you want to just build something real quick. It is a good library. I think I already have a video about it. I used Mary UI in like a very small example project. I don't remember which one exactly, but somewhere in there. But yeah, it's not it's a good it's a very good library to start quickly if you don't want to use the starter kits. Mm. Okay, yeah. So I was just making sure that the paddle.js was there, and it is. So yeah, my only theory is that I do have to have this shared live for it to work. So let's give it a try. And if that doesn't work, I am in trouble. Okay, so if I remember correctly, I just have to come back here in a terminal. Let's use this one. And just to herd share, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. I have an hour. Let's go here. That I can't click on that. Also, this probably changed the webhook. So I have to update the webhook with this URL, I'm guessing. Where are the webhooks? Come on, dude. Like, why is that link not in the menu? Yeah, is it the same? I don't think it's the same. No, it's not the same. Okay, let's try it here. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. There are no, well, what is this? Yeah, no, that's something different. Why do you not want to work? So close and yes, and yet so far away. If there was an error at least that would tell me, okay, you're doing this wrong, go change it, come back and click it again. But the fact that it does nothing, it's what's pissing me off. I mean, I don't know. I want to see what happens when if I test it here in the webhook simulator. I don't know why I did this, but product name, I don't care. Okay, there was a 405. I'm guessing, did I, what? What is 405? What's 405? Method not allowed? Huh. Where did the request go? To this one? Yeah, that's the one. Remember something about the controller routes or paddle. Let me see if I can find it again. You know what could be the problem now that I think about it? Maybe it's the order in which I am loading this paddle.js. I don't see why, but I'm going to try and putting it at the very end. Just after filament and bit. Who knows? Maybe that'll work. Maybe it would do nothing. We'll see. See how slow everything is? I'm wondering if it's because of the sharing thing, but Hmm. Okay, into paddles, webhook. So to ensure the application can handle paddle webhooks, be sure to configure webhook URL. Sorry. In the paddle control, by default, cashier's webhook controller responds to paddle webhook. Okay, different error. That's a 403. Unauthorized, I guess. Forbidden. Okay. That at least gives me something to go with. Uh, I did clear the CSRF, right? I think it was in Bootstrap, I think. Yep, that's done. What else? Pretty sure this is already there. But I'm going to double check just in case. Just give me a second. Yeah, it's there. You know what? Instead of trying to make that other thing work, why don't we first try and test it with a simple route? Just so that I can see the overlay load. Just like this example. So let's follow this example as is. I'm going to create a route just for it. Let's just follow this and see where it takes us. Or I just need to get unstuck. That's the thing. So let's go to the route. No, web. Put this here. Let's put it behind a logging with middleware auth. No name. No. Instead of this sucks product, let's bring in our product, which is, I used it here. Yeah. We're gonna need a test view. Let's call it by. Should I stop this? No, let's leave it. New terminal. Let's copy the button that I already have with all the styles into that view. Where was it? In the checkout button. So if we go to the buy route, we can create a checkout session using the user, check out 2 products, and then return that buy view, passing the checkout, and this should technically work. This might be all white, so flashbang alert. No. Request user. So what? Okay, I'm gonna go now. I'm just gonna binge watch previous lives. This looks interesting. I'm planning on using filament forms as well. Okay. Sorry if it's just me looking at errors, but we'll get unstuck eventually. So yeah, don't worry. I appreciate you stopping by and have a fantastic rest of your day. You're awesome. What do you mean request user? What? What? It's weird. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Obviously that looks super ugly. So, but if I do this, it still doesn't work. Ah, dear God, why? Okay. maybe. No. No. In this case, in this by view, I do need to add I need to extend the layout. One moment. Is it that? Hold on. App layout. Okay. That's good. That's an error. Please try again later if the issue persists. Okay, that's not a great error, but it's an error. Why didn't it work? At least it tried. So it's a library issue, meaning that somehow the partial view does not have access to the JavaScript. That's insane to think of. Okay, what was the issue, by the way? Can I have any more details about this? Like, what went wrong? Transaction default checkout URL not set. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm missing this part. Do have dashboard here, so that should be okay. Okay. Not helpful. Checkout settings. Okay. Maybe it's something to do with this. General. Enable payment methods. It's fine. Apple Pay, balance, a bank contact, default payment link. All payment links that you send to customers will use this domain to show the payment form. A default payment link is required to create a transaction. You choose your chosen domain must be approved before you can use it. You can submit domains by approval. Okay. This is sandbox, dude. Website approval. Okay, that's approved. I guess I can use that. No? Or maybe add this current domain that I'm working with. This one right here. How long do I have? 32 minutes. Copy this. Let's put it here. No? Oh, maybe without that. There you go. Approved. Now let's go back to checkout settings. Default payment link is required. Default. All payment links that you send to customers will use this domain to show the payment form. Okay, so all I need is the domain. Right? Can I save? Yeah. Now overlay, which is what I'm using, brand color, blah, blah, blah. This is how it should look. That's fine. Okay. Save. All right, let's see what happens now. Back here, reload. What am I missing? Oh, different error. Invalid request. Do I have to give the price ID and not the product ID? Is that the problem? Let's try. So let's go to catalog product. That was it. Yes. Almost. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. So instead of passing the product ID, I have to pass the price ID. And I do need to have the link or the domain that is going to be used for the form. I don't know if that needed to be live or shared or not. I guess that's just for the webhooks, but that worked. What else? The domain has to be approved. It's really hard to get to this solution only by looking at this section here. The error is super. The error that I get from the UI is just not helpful. You have to know to go into the network tab and look at the actual error. Otherwise, you're lost. Okay, this looks fine. So there is the quantity right there. Example, that is my email. That's fine. That's from the user that is logged in. Awesome. That's the country. Next to ads, that's the project name. May send me product updates. That's fine. That's all right. So if we click continue, then we should be able to put in the credit card, which is, I'm not going to put that. I think it's 42424242. Can you stop with the, thank you. 42424242. I have to disable this crap. Name of the card. Anything. Month. I don't think that matters. What do you mean enter a valid credit card? Boy, this is... Okay, hold on. I believe we have a catalog of test credit card somewhere here. Here, test card numbers. Okay, so it's 4,000 valid card without 3DS. So it's this. One sec. That. Security code is 100. So scared right now. Okay, so pay now. No thanks. Okay. I went fine. Now all I have to do is figure out why it works, why it doesn't work on the partial view. Okay, it's not even attempting anything. So this kind of tells me that it has to do something. It has to do with the JavaScript library. Somehow it's not being able to access that JavaScript library from the partial view. So let's try something real quick. Let me think. Let's try and this might be crazy, but let's try to load the JavaScript library within the partial template. Because right now I am loading it in the app layout. Here, but maybe it's because it can be accessed through there. So instead, I'm going to just remove it from here and then go to the checkout button and paste it here. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. Save. Test. Radio station, service, date and time. Oh, something went wrong there. Did you see that? Took me right back. Why? That was interesting. Hold on. Service, test, radio station. So there is an update. Another one. Another one. 1, 2, 3. No updates yet. Okay, that was weird. Now it worked. Now I'm here and then click next. Okay. And then proceed to checkout. Nah. Foiled again. What could be the problem? Okay, this is local. Let's try it here. Just to make sure that it's not something in the local section, like that you have to be in, you have to be live to test it, which sounds ridiculous to be honest. Yeah, no. I don't know. This is quite strange. It works if we don't use it within filament. Like this here, a button with a partial view just doesn't work. Which makes me think that we kind of should reanalyze whether or not we should be using filament, which pains me to say it, to be honest. But maybe using filament in this context is kind of, it's creating more problems, especially with the checkout session, with the checkout part. It looks nice to have a like a wizard form like this, but maybe we should take a step back and see if doing it without filament and just using plain old Tailwind CSS forms in Livewire would make a difference. Painful. It's painful because I would have to basically just start from scratch again. Well, not really from scratch. I do have a lot of the code that I would need. It's just that I just have to move it. Instead of using form inputs, I would have to create the inputs myself if they're not there yet. Dynamically fill in all the selects without filament's help, which, to be honest, there wasn't too many help from there. I was doing it pretty much manually myself. Yeah, this is quite painful, but I think I would have to do it because the fact that I just don't know what's going on here and the fact that that button there are no options for me to successfully render the button and make it work with Paddle.js. And I think that's all it all boils down to Paddle using a JavaScript library and not being able to access it from within the form context. Maybe this is for the best. I mean, we already have a bunch of code. We have the text-to-speech AI, sorry, the text-to-speech from OpenAI. That's there. I have the code for that. Most of the options, most of the code for filling up the options are also there. Like all of it. All of the code for the slots, the time slots, the date checking, availability, etc. That's also there. I just have to change the context of it all. Move away from the wizard and just use the plain form with Livewire, Alpine.js for interactivity. And at the end, I can just have one button or just maybe a link, a button that takes me to a page that will do all of the checkout. You know, sometimes this kind of things happen, this kind of problems happen. You may think that you had an idea that was going to work, but when you hit a point where you just can't move forward because you don't know what's wrong, then you just have to take a step back and reanalyze the requirements, reanalyze what you're doing, and see if taking a different route, like going back to the crossroad and taking a different route will help. And I think in this case it will. And I don't see any other way to move forward other than just go back and try not using filament. So yeah, I think that's going to be the move. So moving forward, I'm not gonna do it right now. It's we already have like an hour and a half into the stream, and I'm not going to start scrapping everything right now. So I'll just make a plan during the weekend, and we'll start again on Monday. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. John Albert Andal, hello in your filament live stream pet clinic admin panel. That's a classic right there. Is it an appointment system for pet clinic? Also, have you finished uploading it all 17? Yeah, the pet clinic, it is a sorry. It is an appointment system for a pet clinic, fictional pet clinic. All of the videos are there. I'm not doing anything on that project. I'm not doing anything else on that project. I think I wrap it up in 17 videos, if I remember correctly. There are some things that I didn't get to do, which is a proper UI for guests, etc. So there is a few gaps in the entirety of the project. It has a lot of content regarding filament and using filament for a lot of things. So yeah, you can watch all of the 17 videos. I hope you find something useful there. And one thing that I'm thinking of doing is going back and changing a few things, but not just now, maybe in the future, because I think the whole appointment system can use a bit of an overhaul. Mainly using all of the things that I've learned for this project in this project's appointment handling in general. But yeah, pet clinic, appointment system, all of the videos are there. And remember, if you have any questions about that, I'm always checking Discord most of the time, actually. So if you have a question, just jump into Discord and send me a message there in the filament section or any other section that you need help with. And I'll do my best to answer your questions. All right, let's leave it here. I'm gonna keep, like I said, I'm going to make a plan for this to start on Monday. We're going to scrap the filament form, and we're going to start using just a Livewire form with Alpine.js and just reuse all of the code that we already have in place with this wizard. Thank you so much for everyone who joined. And again, if you found any of this helpful, don't forget to leave a like subscribe to the channel if you haven't, follow me on Twitch if you're not doing so already. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. This Friday, we wrap up the Kanban board project, and we'll talk about the new project probably at the end. So thank you so much. And if you're on Twitch, stand by. We are rating someone else. See who is available. There's Nacodes, there's the Wigglers. Let's try this lady here. She is a JavaScript programmer using Node.js mostly and React. So let's see if she's still online. Again, thank you so much, everyone, and see you on Friday. Bye.